We keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the Kourtney family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first.
Welcome back to our channel. My name is Kourtney. My husband Eddie is not here for now. Maybe he's going to catch the next one and probably do this whole season with me. But our channel is about relationships, reviews, and just acting silly and having a good time. And today, y'all, we're going to do Heart and Hustle Houston. I'm going to do it. So I thought it was actually a good 2 episodes. The first episode actually had me. I thought it was very good. I thought it brought what it needed to bring. And I really want to sit down and do this review and see what y'all think about it. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So it starts with Alaina. I think that's how to pronounce her name. Now, I do want to say this. When I watched the first episode, I don't like the fact that it seemed like on these shows, these reality shows, and I want to say the black ones because I don't watch, other reality shows that are, non-black, except for Married at First Sight. But I don't like the fact that they open it up with somebody cheated or somebody cheating or somebody cheated in the past or our marriage is about to fall apart. I don't like that. And I get the concept of they're trying to hook us in. Oh my gosh, who cheated? What happened? I don't like that. I don't like that got to be the draw in. Why can't it be something that's different? Because we done seen that. We've seen on Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's what drew a lot of people in. So I don't like that concept, y'all. I don't. That's the part I just don't like. I don't. It got to be something else that y'all can kind of draw us in other than somebody cheated, some marriage, we ain't sleeping in the same room and bed and all that stuff with it. I don't like that. Now, do I think that storylines are good? I do. But I don't like that had to be the pool or the highlight of the first episode. But Alaina, she is a celebrity makeup artist. And I'm kind of doing part 2, episode 2. So really I got the gist of episode 1. I like Alaina. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I want to get my hair cut like that, but I don't think I got the head for it. And I sure ain't got the hair for it. Like, I don't know what she probably, I don't know if she put a little water in some little mousse or gel or something. But yeah, but I would love to have my hair like that. But who's to say I won't have it short one day? Because I used to have my hair short, like short when I had to relax. It was really short. But anyway, so she is now opening up her own makeup lounge. And she was in business with her husband for so long. So, her husband was her co-partner, her co-worker. And so she was like, she had to do something different, and now she building her own brand, her own thing on her own. So her husband, Josh, he comes and, they've been married for 15 years. Look, so young to be married for so long. I'm just saying. It just looks so young. And that's something Eddie talked about before, saying when you first get out of high school, college and stuff like that, it's best for you to find yourself, who you are as a person, before you entangle yourself into a marriage. Because a lot of them just don't end for a long time. Now, some people been married 30, 40, 50 years. I get it. But some people, and a lot of that 30, 40, 50 years, they go through a lot of ups and downs within that time frame. Because you change as a person. Who you was in your 20s, it's not who you're going to be in your 30s and 40s. So, it's really about finding yourself. And I can see their marriage having some issues because it could have been a lot of growth and change within that time frame. So, so anyway, so she's showing her husband the new place and stuff like that. And they sit down and they talk about, I told the girls that I was sleeping in separate bedrooms. I was like, did you prep your husband for that? For you come in here and tell all your personal business, which in reality TV you're supposed to, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, I hope you prepped him for it. He didn't look too shocked. He did look a little bothered. You get on this TV and tell my business, but so he was like, okay. So she said that, that there's a lack of trust in their relationship. So I'm saying that was there some infidelity going on? Seemed like they've been sleeping in separate bedrooms for 2 months, but she told the girls we come back together. Did she say that? She did. I thought she did, but then she said it's been 2 months since they did it. So I don't know. I don't know why they sleeping in separate bedrooms. I don't know why. Um, She also told her husband that Chloe said she don't think you fine. I would have kept that to myself. I'm like her husband. Okay, I ain't married to her. Why am I concerned about a person that I'm not married to? That there is, I ain't got no feelings for her. Concerned about the way I look. I don't care. I don't like the fact that Alaina, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, made a big deal about this woman saying your husband ain't fine. Do I agree with Chloe said? No, you could have kept your mouth shut. Because baby, what's fine to you may not be fine to me, and what's fine to me may not be fine to you, and it's fine. It's fine. Now, to me, saying, "Oh, your husband is attractive," or to me, fine. That's different. But if she would have said, "Oh, I think he's attractive," now he may not be fine in my opinion, but I think he's attractive. I think that would have been okay. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said it because nobody asked for her opinion. You know what I'm saying? But to say, "Oh, your husband ain't fine, girl," you think he's fine? I'm glad you think because he ain't fine to me, child. It's saying like, "Oh, he ugly to me, girl. I can't believe you like him. He ugly, honey. He's so ugly, honey." But that's your husband. Stick beside. Chloe should have kept her mouth closed. But I do think Alaina is putting more sauce on it than need to be because I would never went back and told my husband that for him to get a rebuttal. Baby, I need to know because she was like, "I think you're fine." Okay, girl, that's fine. That's fine to think your man fine. That's what you're supposed to do. Stick beside him. So, um, they also talked about the do you think we need? She said, "Do you think we need couples counseling?" He said, "Well, first of all, I think that I'm dealing with a lot of unhealed. When I first came into this relationship, I was unhealed, so I'm dealing with my own issues. So I think that couples counseling is fine. I thought he was finna reject it, period. But he was like, I need my own counseling. So I thought that was big of him to say, hey, I need individual counseling before we can come to couple counseling. That I need my own separate before we can do it together. And I thought that was big of him. And she kind of tears up and stuff because it seems like they both want the marriage to work, but right now it's just not working. It's just not working. And when she put in that trust, and I'm saying you open up to that girl, can't remember her name, but you open up to that girl and said that your husband, well, when you was engaged, he cheated. And I think on one of them she gonna say, but I married him anyway. And y'all been together 15 years, you still dealing with that? Like you ain't got over that? So I don't know. But anyway, so let's move on to Muneera. Muneera. I know I'm messing it up, but Muneera and Norm. So Muneera, yeah, something like that. So she is now a content creator because she was an engineer. So she was doing that for a long time, and so she came out of that world. She said she always kind of like was a content creator for like 15 years, but she went full time within the last year or so. And so now, her family's getting ready to take pictures and all that stuff, whatever. And her mama stay with them, Diana. But it seems as though that, her husband and her mom don't get along. They kind of don't see eye to eye. So I like the fact that, first of all, she got a beautiful family. Second of all, I like the fact that the little girls was in suits. I just thought that was too cute. But Norm, her husband, congratulate her on doing such a good job. A mom, content creator, wife. Hey, your mom in the house, and you got to tend to her. So yeah, yeah. Now, why did that little girl pick up that camera and tell me, "Hey, Norm, bruh"? I said, "Is that not his child?" And so she was like, "Why is you calling your daddy Norm and bruh?" I was like, "Okay, I don't know what kind of family this is, but okay, we'll see." So she was also telling her husband, listen, we need to be intentional about our marriage. We want to kind of change it up. We always doing date night, going to dinners and stuff like that or whatever. Let's do something different. So now we're dealing with Ro and her daughter, Sophia. They playing basketball. Now, in my opinion, Ro and Labrina, they got some masculine energy. There's nothing wrong with that. But nothing. I keep that to myself. But anyway, I like them. Like all the girls on here are beautiful. I think I like that each one kind of got their own thing going on, and they're all different in their own way. But so Ro is playing basketball with her daughter, and she was also talking about how, you know, she put in her resignation for the Victory restaurant. I guess she was helping the man run it or whatever she was doing. So she's just kind of like, what I'm gonna do now? Where am I gonna fit my purpose? Like, what is my purpose in life? Because now, you know, that was just too much. She was also saying that she want a family, she want a husband, she want, you know, to do all the things in life that's kind of like her goals. Now that she has more free time. Her daughter was also talking about too that she was in a group chat and the girls threatened to beat her up over a boy. I said, Lord have mercy, child. Honey bunny. Now they got the group chat. Long time ago, child, they probably writing notes, but now they got group chat, social media, all this stuff, text message and all this stuff. So now you know. But it seems as though her daughter is getting bullied at school. And Ro was like, child, I wish I was 12 years old, honey, so I could go back and whoop all of them. I said, and you would tear them all up. It Ro thick in the arms, child. She would tear them all up. So Muneera and Norm are doing their date night. So they're doing a cooking class. And she was talking about the dynamic with her mom and dad. She said they divorced when she was young. And she basically was caught in the middle of, I guess, they're arguing or divorce and all that stuff, whatever. And so she also feel like that situation is kind of like with her and her husband, like she caught in the middle. So she wants Norm to kind of hang out with her mother more and, you know, maybe do a little date night. He looked like, I know you did, not on this camera. I know you did. Because his face was like, but he was like, whatever makes you happy. If that's what makes you happy, nah. But he probably said, I'm going to cuss you out soon as the camera cut. Okay. So Labrina wants to take Ro and Muneera out. Muneera talks about, you know, the date night with her husband and how it went. We did a cooking class. Ro was just talking about she's never been in a real relationship, which was a little contradicting to me because she's going to share. She's never been in a real relationship and she's never been in love. But then I was saying, well, what is the daughter's father? But she talked about the daughter's father and how, you know, I guess he got caught up and the feds got him or something like that. And so, you know, when a man go from millions of dollars to looking at 500,000 or 50,000 or something like that, they kind of do something to him. And, you know, that relationship, I guess, kind of tarnished because of that, you know, because I guess he wasn't the same person he was anymore. So she, you know, kind of got emotional and everything. But you know, she was just saying she was pregnant. It was hard for her, you know, and she didn't realize that, you know, she need therapy because she was like, I don't want to folk knowing my business and stuff like that. But she come to realize that she may need therapy. And she said that she even was going to not have her daughter, taking, you know, the A word and not have her daughter. But she glad she did because she heard a voice that say, don't do this. And she said her daughter has been the biggest blessing to her. So, yeah. So Muneera and her mom are having a conversation. And yeah, you can tell her mom from India, honey, because she sure got that she still got her dialect. So it seems like that she's been here for 10 years and everything. But Muneera said, you know, Mom, I want you to have a conversation. She was like, we fine. Don't get on these cameras and act up talking about we need to talk, child. We is fine. Now he don't talk. And she was like, Mama, he kind of like you. You don't talk either. So we'll be fine, child. And Mama saying, listen, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Don't get on these cameras trying to act like honey stuff going on. It ain't. So Chloe is going to see the gravesite of her husband. She is a widow. And the first time when Chloe was talking about, ooh, I like him young, I was like, where is her man? Where is her, you know? But I didn't know he had passed away. It's so sad. It's so sad. So she going to the gravesite. This would have been his 50th birthday. And they were together 7 years, got married. 2 months later, he died of a massive heart attack. I said, wow. She called her son to see was he coming. That's not his father, but called her son. He was like, I don't know what he said on that phone, but she was just like, that's so disrespectful. You're not coming to the memorial. So his family came and everything. And she asked twin girls to say something to their dad, like what they remember. And they remember his cooking, they remember his hugs and stuff like that. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. And for those that have lost loved ones, especially at a young age, I can't imagine. And Chloe said it's hard. I have never went through that, thank God. I've never had to be a single parent. I haven't. When me and my ex-husband divorced, my youngest son was like 18. He stayed with his dad, until, he moved out, which was not long, a few years. Um, so I never had that, oh, I'm on my own, I'm by myself, and now I ain't had no support, whether it's emotional support. And I'm glad that I had an amazing support system around me. So I've never experienced being a single mom. And I empathize. I can't sympathize because I haven't been there, but I do empathize with women that are single parents, especially when the kids are small, because whether the man not in their life because he chose not to be, whether y'all broke up and he still chose not to be, or whether he's deceased. I can't imagine. And she had real, honest tears, y'all. And it just broke my heart. It broke my heart. And the son, he helps her out, but it like, child, I do not want to. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't birth these. I didn't decide to have these. The son, like, nope. Because when the mom is at work or whatever she doing, when Chloe's at work, he steps in to kind of take care of his sisters until his mom get off, and he like, I'm gone. And that's hard on a older sibling as well. Oh, child, the stuff people have to go through. The stuff people have to go through. Bless her heart. Yeah, that was a real moment because that was a real moment. Yep. So they all are going to the Houston rodeo, and yeah, and as they doing that, after they got finished, I'd have been to a rodeo here. The smell was horrendous. I'm glad I wasn't close, but I think we still smelled it like anyway. But Ro was asking, "What's this?" The girl said, "A goat." You don't you don't know what a goat is. And she's like, I'm a city girl. I don't do that. Then she said she's from Louisiana or something like that. I'm like, girl, but you still should know what a goat is. So Alaina wants to talk to Chloe about saying her man ain't fine. Girl, now this was a conversation that was not needed. You could check her and say, yeah, well, I think my man fine, honey. He the bomb.com. Girl, you ain't got to think of fine. In fact, you ain't got to be attracted to him. I don't want you to be attracted to him because I don't want you to want him. Period. Period. Make my man ugly, please. Because I don't want you doing no little shimmy in front of him. I don't want you bending over, switching that. Think my man is ugly, honey. Think you don't want to be attracted to him, honey. Thank you. Yes, I want you to not be attracted to him. Good. Think of him as somebody that you would never see yourself with in life. I would take it as, okay, I'm glad. Good, girl. I ain't ever got to worry about you then, okay? Good. But she want to have a conversation. And Chloe's like, okay. But she was like, girl, you pulling me to the side. I think that was a bit aggressive. I like Chloe. I don't like what she said. I wouldn't have made a big deal about it, but I do like her personality. But so anyway, she said, well, I just didn't like what you said about my man. I thought that was disrespectful. And Chloe's like, oh, okay, girl. I was just saying he wasn't fine because he ain't no muscles or nothing, honey. That's what I like. I like the muscles. And so she was like, well, he's fine to me. She's okay, girl, that's right. Big up your man. He fine to you, honey. Okay, well, you say he fine. That's what I'm saying. She said, y'all, Chloe man is, she said, y'all, Alaina man is fine, honey. He is fine. So, of course, she had to play on that. But, yeah. So Latoria meets up with a lady that she don't know. I said, girl, you sound like me, Josh. Okay, girl, it's good to see you. Well, you want to come on back? I said, girl, what you invite her back for? Was this stage, honey? Because you don't invite her back. And she was like, we just ran into each other, y'all. And she couldn't say her name because she couldn't introduce the lady because she don't remember her name. Because she was like, I don't even know. I don't know if it's from school, college, like grocery store. Did we work together, honey? Did we shine shoes together, honey? Did we buff the floors together, girl? What did we do together? So she was like, girl, what? So she didn't know where she knew the girl from. And I sound like that too. I was in at a restaurant one time, child, and it was like she was trying to get your attention. I said, "Hey, girl, good to see you." I said, I don't know. I don't know. I think we Facebook friends. I think we know each other from school. I think we went to school together." And I said, "Girl, it's good to see you. Looking good." I don't know what. Well, actually, I do kind of remember her face, but I just can't put what a place. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, Latoria. I understand, girl. But I wouldn't invite nobody back. So the people was like, "Okay, well, who is this? What's your name?" Because she wasn't finna say, "Oh, Shaniqua." Oh, she's, "Oh, girl, good to meet you, Shaniqua. Girl, good to meet you." So anyway, they sit there and do a little talk and stuff like that. So, the girl leave. So they did talk about, Shaniqua did say that, she like older men. Cause Chloe said, "Well, I like a younger man." And Shaniqua said, "Girl, the older man got the money." Chloe said, "Hold up, them young ones got money too, honey." So, I'm just saying. Okay. So I guess since Chloe's husband passed away, he met 50. He probably was an older man. I don't know how old that Chloe is. I don't know how old. Can't remember if they said the ages, but um she probably said she ain't going back there no more, honey. Older men. Maybe in her mind could be a little trauma. Maybe she said, "Old men, honey, they can have a heart attack. Let me get these young ones, the heart still good." I'm just saying, maybe. Could be something behind it. So Chloe tells Latoria about what what she said about Josh not being fine, and how um Alaina pulled her to the side to talk about that. She was like, "Girl, can you believe that?" He go, "Latoria being missed." She said, "Girl, when she came to my house, honey, she said you could never pull a Josh." She said, "Hold up, wait, what?" You could never pull somebody like Josh. Because when she said that she could never pull a man like me, I was like, "Girl, you been with your man 15 years. What you talking about? A random man or a man like Josh?" Now, Josh, I mean, he ain't ugly, but he ain't like nobody that is like unpullable. I understand. I mean, he looks regular. It makes it what I'm saying. Like, ain't nothing just standing out about him. But of course, that's her man. Big up your man. I think my man fine. I know my man fine, child, because I chose him. He chose me. I chose him. So yeah, she was like, Chloe was like, "Oh, girl, now I really got a problem, child. You come up to me, I can't pull him. I can't pull him." Okay. And when she said that, I was like, "Girl, but you been with yours 15 years though. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you pull up somebody else?" Now, Alaina, she can't. She's a baddie. She's a bad. All of them bad. Chloe is one too, but I think they'll be on two different fields. But yeah. So anyway, Chloe got a problem with that, honey. But overall, y'all, I really, really, really thought that this was good. I thought it was a good episode, and yeah. So let's keep it coming, honey. The people in the comments on, I think I was watching on YouTube channel, they was like, "Okay, I like it. It's giving, but let's not start with that drama. Let's not do this. Let's not tear it down. I hope they don't, So I don't know, by it being Heart and Hustle Houston, if they're gonna try to do a Heart and Hustle somewhere else, and a Heart and Hustle, I don't know if this would be a franchise. I don't know. But it's giving what it needs to give right now. So I'm enjoying it, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I will see you guys on the next video. Hopefully Eddie will do it with me if y'all watching it. Share it, watch it, comment, do all that stuff, honey. Get it out there. So if we get a good amount of views, then we'll continue to do it. But this is a test. Only a test. See you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. And always put God first. Deuces.